Okay, so we're now into episode 73 of LEGO Marvel's Avengers. Coming back to things in the Ultron storyline, looking at characters and just going ahead and getting started by picking the Vision as we're going into Freeplay here, since we'll probably be using the Vision at some point during this mess. You saw the Captain America the Winter Soldier Freeplay videos and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos. You probably saw that Vision is getting more and more play as we move on. And it's not necessary that we do that. The things that Vision does can be replicated by Doctor Strange or his fellow Sorcerer Supreme, Clea. But I just, I always like the idea of Vision from the Age of Ultron movie. And, and if he seems a little overpowered, then, that's just the way things go. All right, so because we did the Avengers storyline in Freeplay first, we skipped what is technically the first level of the game in story mode, and that is struck off the list. The attack on the base, I assume the base is in Sokovia, but, the thing that takes place at the very beginning of Age of Ultron to sort of draw you in, even if it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense with some of the other things that are supposed to lead into Age of Ultron. So we have Hawkeye and the Vision set up in the beginning of Freeplay, and immediately we send the Vision into the freezing water and kill him, which is not what we're trying to do. Again, we've got the mini-kit radar on, so you can see the little white arrows in all kinds of directions, which give you big hints where things are. And right now I'm just clearing everybody out with the Vision. Of course, in this first part of the level, you were given Hawkeye and the Black Widow, so you need characters who can sort of replicate what they can do. And I'm going to go ahead and just check, see what I've got on, see what's off. You can see I've bought a couple more bricks at this point, but not all of them yet. Right, so now we're going to use Hawkeye just as we would have in the story mode to advance things along, because we need to blow up some stuff. And Vision, although he can do many things, cannot blow up stuff. Alright, so now we need an electrical user, and we do not currently have that. So we're going to have to change either Vision or Hawkeye to someone else, or you can see that there is a mini kit down here that freezes and floats downstream. So I'm trying to be very careful in using Vision, who has some flying capabilities, to go after this thing. It's possible I should be trying to melt it. That might be the better idea. So let's try that instead. We're just going to wait for it to show up. And there we go. That's exactly what we needed to do. Not jump on it, but melt it. Now, technically, we don't really need to do this part because, well, actually, I take it back. I think they block you from flying over to the other side. So we're going to use Black Widow and her batons on this little electrical switch, just like we would have done in the story mode. Once I get it lined up, instead of shooting it with my guns, which it doesn't appear to be working for me. Not really sure why that is. I thought, shooting everything was sort of a thing, but now I'm going to be cute and use our created character to deal with this. So the Iron Bulldog strikes again, and that then we're going to go down to Spider-Man here. And swing across to the other side. Now you'll notice that when I change to a Spider-Man character, it's usually the Civil War Spider-Man from Captain America Civil War. That's just a personal preference. His powers are no different from the Amazing Spider-Man. The only difference between the two is that Civil War Spider-Man doesn't have a alternate identity that he can change into. But now we're using his agility and web-slinging skills to take out some of these enemies. Because, come on, what you really wanted to see was Spider-Man take on Hydra in Age of Ultron, right? I mean, that was certainly right up there on your list of things to do. In story mode, if you remember, we used the emplacement gun at the other end of the scene to take out these guys. Here we are using Spidey and the Vision. Right, so you can see a little bit of video issue there, but you can see that we've got these little silver things that we need to destroy, so we're going to bring Hawkeye back in order to do that. There are 5 of them hanging around here. It's one of the reasons we have this huge collection of white arrows. Of course, the snow environment, it's a good thing that these things are red and blinky, because, seeing anything in the snow is kind of iffy. I'm not a person who's ever tried to play golf in the snow, so I can't say it's exactly like that, but, that's something going on here. Now, Hawkeye is not a tech head, so we aren't able to use that gun, but we could just blow up this truck like this instead of using the emplacement gun, which is what we did last time. So we basically just ignored that gun for this version of things. And so we have a big Avenger move that we need to do, although before we leave this area, there's the 5th of the little mines that we needed to blow up in order to get that mini kit. Don't need to worry about getting studs per se, just because of the True Avenger bonus. Unfortunately, Spider-Man is not an Avenger character, so he cannot activate the Avenger power move. You need one of the Avengers to do that, so we're going to have to get Hawkeye over here to do that, or change Spider-Man out to another character. And so here we go. So now we got 2 Hawkeyes, and we need a bow and arrow character, and we need the Black Widow. Note that it doesn't say you need Hawkeye per se. Now we've got Hawkeye, so we're going to use him. Or are we? Nope. Last minute change. I'm going to use... no. Never mind. We do need Hawkeye to make this work. It was nice enough to tell us that. And so here's Black Widow, and now we can do the combo move, assuming once I'm making one last check for character tokens or things that we might be missing, or the collector hiding somewhere. Alright, and now we can move on to the second part of the level, which is the Iron Man and Hulk section of the level. So we got the Hulk jumping around and mashing stuff, and you can see that there's supposed to be a mini kit that comes out of this mine area, but we need somebody with mental powers to get there. So, I'm sorry. So there's a grapple point that we need to pull on in order to get that. Those red blinky things kind of confuse me at times. So we're going to bring back Spider-Man. So this seems to be a Spider-Man heavy episode here, and then we have these blocks, which don't appear to be telekinetic. They appear to be Ultron blocks. So we're going to bring in good old Ultron here. And then we'll bring in Vision in order to move this minecart to its logical conclusion and grab that mini kit. So there was a lot going on just for that one mini kit. And now we again have the team of the Vision and Spidey to go and take on the world with. A pretty skilled but a not very explodey team between the two of them. So now we need to get across here, and to do that we need to knock the lumber off the ledge, so we're going to use the Vision's head laser operating off of the Mind Stone in order to make a bridge here. Although the Vision could have just flown over, and we'll fly over anyway. You can see there's an Avengers team-up move over here, which I don't remember being there from the story mode, but it's possible that we just missed it. We're going to clear out these Hydra guys, and then try to fix whatever we need to fix here. Because, like I said, our team doesn't have a lot of Explodey, and we're going to need Explodey to get through this little segment. Also, probably going to need to bring the Hulk back in order to break into that thing over there. I'm just having a lot of fun beating up this car, although that's not apparently doing me much good. We got stuff up here we can beat up, so we're going to go beat up that stuff. Enjoying that stud multiplier that we've got right now. And that reveals an electric switch. Okay, so that's something. So we can go back away from Vision and to the created character Iron Bulldog in order for him to take advantage of this switch, which he is doing, but he is getting shot. And that got us another character token. I'm not offhand sure who we got there. We had already got the character token for Captain Universe earlier, so I know it's not that one. Alright, so now I think we've wiped out the Hydra guys, assuming they're not just spawning in continuously. And I can see a mini kit here, but I can't get to it. Can't even make a hole to get to it. So let's see what this Avenger super move here is. Okay, Vision can't activate it, but possibly Hawkeye. But it looks like Hawkeye can, and it's a move that requires the Captain America shield and Thor's hammer. So we're going to bring in the Iron Yankee to be our shield character, and we're going to have to ditch Spider-Man temporarily for the Iron Bulldog to be our hammer character. And so this shows you that sometimes you don't need the exact character to make that work. Just as long as you get the right tools. So now we've got our 5 mini kits here. We're going back to Spider-Man again. This is just personal preference of mine here. And keeping Iron Yankee would make sense, except that we need somebody who can go and grab green handles. So we'll let the Hulk do what the Hulk does best and break things. And now we need a person who does gold laser firing, which is also not Spider-Man, so we're going to switch Hulk to another character. And we got Vision cutting around one laser thingy. And Vision cutting around another laser thingy. And that gets us our way clear, and that will take us to the next part of the level. So we will call it quits here and pick it back up next time with more of Struck Off the List in Freeplay. And I will see you guys in that future. Take care.